Let's talk about some more of the secrets that I believe the Tins are actually holding for this year. Make sure you guys smash the like and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. So we're going to be starting off over here with the Summon Sorceress theory. Now, for those of you that haven't been keeping up too much here, we're kind of still in the midst of not having a ban list, blah, blah, blah. And Summon Sorceress got its errata, oh my gosh, months ago in the OCG. Like, it is ridiculously so far out at this point in time that, I'm still kind of wondering where they're going to put this. But Thursday would be the perfect slot to announce it as a potential rarity upgrade into a secret rare out here. Because remember, the only printings that Summon Sorceress has had at this point has been a ultra rare and a super rare. One was in a special edition, one was in the former Shonen Jump magazine. So what better way to, announce the hype and then drop the list immediately afterwards for that announcement, giving the community not only a huge rarity upgrade for Summon Sorceress, but also going, hey, we acknowledge that we need to do something out here with the Summon Sorceress hype train and that we have been holding back on this. Now, the other thing out here on this is if Summon Sorceress does dodge the tins and for some reason it doesn't find its way in there, well, the next thing that you gotta kind of think about out here is, okay, so if we don't do this now, do we still unban the card? And then, because our next list is probably December, if that. So you gotta think about it like this. Konami then has to go, well, if we're not going to put it in the tins, we have to put it in Bonanza. Bonanza is your only other print place that you could put something like this in order to get it reprinted. And it would probably be a very similar situation with Ancient Fairy Dragon, that Konami would be announcing it, going into being legal after the errata actually hits. But Konami is very weird about erratas, because sometimes we have erratas like that. They're retroactively applied right away. And we have other situations like Ancient Fairy Dragon that we had to wait for the errata reprint to go into effect, and we couldn't just, allow it to already change its text and be in place. It's so strange with the things that we tend to see with the decisions that they make out here with the game. So I am kind of thinking right now that we are going to see some pretty major things out here with Summon Sorceress. To be honest with you, Summon Sorceress doesn't have a great effect on the game. The only real thing that Summon Sorceress really saw any real play in the OCG was Yubel. So if Konami is going to crank back the dial on Yubel and try to spin this back into a Stone Age, by reducing the power scaling on it, having Summon Sorceress be that little extender option for you could hypothetically help things out along the way, but we'll have to wait and see. Summon Sorceress will not be a strong power card, but it'll be something with enough relevance that you'll have to kind of look at and go, that's actually kind of cool. We need to consider that for what we can actually try to mess around with. So there's that. Now, the biggest thing here is also the new card speculation. Now, if you remember last year's tins, we got 3 super secret cards dropped into the set, which one was the Noble Knight Field Spell or something like that. You also had the new Spiral card. I don't even remember the other new card. I know it was particularly, all 3 of them were irrelevant. But it was cool that we did get that new support. So working acting theory out here from a lot of the player base is Konami's going to repeat that exact same trend last year and put 3 TCG exclusive cards into those tins again this year to kind of, give some sort of power up to this. Now, I would absolutely love to see this. But if you're expecting to see these cards anytime soon, the problem with that whole thing is we're still a little bit away from tin openings out here. I saw that some tins got leaked recently. It was just the pictures of the tins themselves, nothing else. But we did see that happen. Very unfortunate that we're still like 3-4 weeks out at this point, and stores are already getting their product. That's kind of wild to see, but okay. I want to see Cosmo in here. I think every person in this community right now would love any sort of Cosmo support. Keep in mind, though, our last set of TCG exclusive stuff that we had in, 2 sets back was Psychic support, which was very interesting because it felt like these cards were designed to help out Cosmo in a way, but Konami was trying to do it in a way that we weren't going to give you direct Cosmo support. And I don't know if that's just Konami's afraid of messing around with Disney World out here. You know, you don't want to step on the House of Mouse. The House of Mouse will crush Konami in an instant. So, even though, the Cosmo stuff is very clearly a reference to Star Wars, in addition to, we're not in Kansas anymore, the deck, I think we need something more. And it's been years. Cosmo never truly got a OCG card either. That's kind of the wild part to me about all of this was every theme except for Cosmo has gotten some sort of OCG special treatment, and I don't know if it was just Konami was kind of afraid of Disney out here, or, yes, I know I'm saying Disney and not Disney. I get that they might have been afraid of some copyright stuff, but you still printed the cards. You still chose to engage with this stuff. I don't know what else Konami would choose to put in here. I think it's too early for an Ashen card. I guess like Gold Pride, that might be too early for Gold Pride too. You do have Plunder Patrol still, which was, definitely up on the list of things that'd be nice to get some power-ups for. If we don't get new cards this year, I'm going to be really disappointed. Like, that's such a failed opportunity for the tins. Like, I don't know what you're doing, Konami, if you punt this. And then the rest of this is just still like the reprint. Huge reprints need to happen in these tins. We do have Bonfire now confirmed. Every Saturday we talk about the huge reprints in the tins and, like the new exciting thing. I mean, you got Typhoon getting a secret rare out here. Konami, whatever secrets are still being held back here by these things that I've mentioned so far, are very critically important to this. Not only that, but, Konami tried something new this year with trying to tie in the nostalgia thing in a different way. Instead of handing you QCRs as like, the top end of the line thing here, they built them into the set in a pool of 50 different cards. And, QCRs aren't going to be here forever. I think at this point, most of us kind of agree, like, I want to see what the next rarity is. Can we kind of move on along from this? The tension and the feel for these huge reprints that, we're still kind of expecting out here to get the rarity upgrade. I mean, it's very easy to just replace this with like the 30th logo or something out here in the future. So whatever, feel that you're having with these 25th versions out here isn't going to last, unfortunately. And that's just kind of the little feel I'm getting now. This product has to perform better than 2021, 2022, and 2023. 2019 and 2020 were the best products that we have seen in ages for the tins. Nibiru Dark Ruler carried 2019. COVID era and the shortening of the tins from that era did well, but 2021, 2022, 2023, absolutely, they didn't live up to the standard. Right now, 2023 tins are selling at a loss for stores. I believe they're like $140 a case. Stores out here be paying like $150, $160, and then they're losing shipping on top of that. That's wild to see. So everything that I said here has to carry these tins to a new level. And if not, I expect some sort of shift around, toss around in the meta that kind of leaves this in genuinely like a bad place, to say the least. So we will have to wait and see. I'm expecting some huge reprints, Konami. I'm expecting some new cards in here to kind of carry this. New Cosmo cards, please. You guys have a good rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And remember, summon sorcerers win. Patrons! Thank you! Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.